So we've been talking about scams that are, well, more immoral, if you will, like people actually stealing from you, like bad people. But there also are some marketing tricks that stores use that aren't quite scams, but well, they're tricks to help get your money. And so retailers will use your 5 senses to manipulate you. All of our senses, they're so powerful and it affects the way we purchase things. So they use our sight to get us to buy things. So what happens is colors are powerful things. When things are red, what that means is to take action, sales, get it quick. And it has this sense of urgency in people that we don't even realize. And then blue always comes across as more reasonable prices, like, oh, I can afford this. This is good, I can buy this. When maybe you can't, but well, manipulation. And then black is always like, oh, very luxurious and higher prices. So you may take your time a little bit with this, but it's just this ultimate luxury that gets you to want something. Yeah, so they, in their signage, will use colors to manipulate you. And they also use sight as you're navigating through stores. So they'll actually use intentional roadblocks to have you go around something to see something else. And they also can make an illusion of bulk bargains. So like Halloween, I always think about this when you go to Target or your grocery store and there's like all this candy and it just feels like, oh, it's all this quantity of things. I can just buy something and it's not a big deal. Yes, the illusion. And also, studies have shown that people are more likely to buy something that is in the center of the display. All of your eyes focus on the center, so the things stores want you to get, well, put it in the center. And we all know the old grocery store trick, yes, where they put milk and eggs in the back of the store, so you have to walk through the aisles and see things, and you buy things on impulse that you normally didn't want to buy, AKA Doritos. What? Doritos? All the time, always. And they also use touch, the sense of touch, because what happens is when you touch products, you are more likely to buy them. Isn't that crazy? But it's true. So you think about grocery stores as well, like all the produce, you go and you touch and you feel something, more than likely you are to buy them. And my favorite thing in the world, makeup brushes. Like I think about Sephora and all these beautiful, wonderful stores that you walk in and they have, you know, samples of everything and you get to see it and you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. And you hear it just sounds like you're gonna be beautiful, right? And you're like, I gotta buy it. And just all of it together, the sense of touch, well, you're more likely to buy things. Smell, well, smells always get us, don't they? I mean, you see popcorn, what do you think of the movies when you walk in? It's like, oh yeah, we'll just buy some popcorn, no big deal. Because in fact, smell is the #1 sense that triggers your memory. So when things like homemade cookies are being baked, it brings back memories of childhood and you feel good and warm inside and more likely to buy something. And also when you go into the shoe department of a store, sometimes they actually put the scent of leather through the vents. So you walk in and it smells like leather. I can't even believe it's possible, but it is, and it works. Yeah, so be careful. And then also sound. This is an important one because music can actually make things feel more expensive, which is very interesting, and it taps into your emotion. So when you have fast pop music, I always think of like Forever 21 or kind of like more teeny type stores, there's always loud pop music and it gets you to have impulse purchases. And you're like, oh yeah, it's not that big of a deal. These sunglasses are like $2. I'll buy them, sure, why not? And it gets you to buy impulse things. But then the slow music, more of the time in luxury stores, you take your time, it's calm and relaxing. The salesperson talks to you, brings you possibly even food or a drink over, and you take your time and it sets the mood for you to prepare to buy something more expensive. Now, last but not least, taste. Yes, thank you, Costco samples, right? When you go into places like Costco or even the grocery store, they have things here and you're like, oh, sure, I'll taste this crazy cheese configuration thing. And then you eat it and it's like, that is so good. How do you do it? And they're like, oh, just buy these 2 products and you put them together. And then you go home and you make it and it never tastes the same, does it? Nope, never. But they got you to buy it. It's amazing. So, well, again, these things are not scams. Make sure that you're aware so when you're walking into a retailer, you know what they are thinking about because they are smart and sometimes, well, we're not and we spend money we shouldn't.